Hello and welcome to the Cantina. Have you ever been watching Star Wars and you saw a character and you thought, that character would make an excellent action figure? I would love to have that action figure. But in the back of your mind, you know that that action figure will never be made. Whether it be because it's not marketable, it only appeals to certain collectors, or it's just such an obscure character that you really blink and you miss it. Then you're probably like me. Happens to me all the time. I see a character and I'm like, I want that figure, but I know that it's probably never going to happen. So in this video, I'm going to tell you about 5 characters that I would personally love to see in Star Wars The Vintage Collection, but I know in my heart, sadly, are probably never going to get made. Ready? Here we go. Coming in at number 5 is Dormet. Dormet was Senator Padme Amidala's handmaiden and body double during Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. Portrayed by the fabulous Rose Byrne, Dormet stayed behind on Coruscant as a stand-in for Padme in the midst of assassination attempts on the Senator's life. Meanwhile, Padme and Anakin went on a romantic getaway to frolic in the meadows of Naboo and talk about sand. Ever since Attack of the Clones came out, I had been interested in this particular character as an action figure, but 22 years on and still nothing, which makes me feel sad. While this is a huge personal want of mine, it's not something I ever see happening without a darn good reason. Like she comes back to live action or something. Coming in at number 4, chman. Chman the Wookiee was the owner of the Mos Eisley Cantina during the time of Star Wars A New Hope. While he was never seen on screen, the expanded universe fleshed him out as the nefarious owner and swindler who worked behind the scenes of the cantina. Chman dabbled in other business dealings as well, if you know what I mean. Because he was never seen on screen, and perhaps since there are more priority characters that need to be made for the cantina in TVC, chman may always remain an action figure only in my dreams. At number 3, Pepe B. Pepe B appeared in the Season 1 episode of Star Wars The Clone Wars titled Blue Shadow Virus. A female Gungan, she was posed as a sort of romantic interest for Jar Jar Binks. When I first saw her, I found her to be quite charming with a fun character design. Ever since, I've had her on my list of figures I'd like to see made, but I've come to accept that she probably never will. At least not in any official capacity. But as they say, a girl can dream. At number 2, Ammina. Ammina was a bartender at chman's Spaceport Cantina. Seen in the Star Wars Holiday Special, Ammina worked the night shift, serving the unscrupulous people and beings who frequented the joint. Portrayed by the wonderful B. Arthur, Ammina has been a fantasy dream figure for some collectors for quite some time. While she may always be a pipe dream, at least we can appreciate her while watching, or not watching, the Star Wars Holiday Special. And finally, at number 1, Jaba. Okay, wait a minute. No, not that Jaba. This Jaba. As we know, Jabba the Hutt wasn't always the giant space slug we've all come to know and love. Originally, he was portrayed by actor Declan Mulholland during the filming of Star Wars A New Hope. George Lucas had envisioned the possibility of replacing Mulholland with an alien that would be inserted into the film. However, funding and time constraints prevented this from happening, and Jabba went unseen until 1983's Return of the Jedi. Since then, the scene has been restored and replaced into the film. While we have some great Jabba the Hutt figures from over the years, including the upcoming release for TVC, how fun would it be to see the original version of the character in the vintage collection? Obviously, this isn't something that is realistic or even viable, but it would certainly make for a neat exclusive release to celebrate the 50th anniversary of A New Hope. So what do you think? What are your 5? I want to know. Tell me in the comments. Let me know what action figures you would love to see that just will probably never get made for whatever reason. Be sure you're tuning in on Fridays to Cantina Social Hour, where I have a guest every single Friday talking about Star Wars toys. And no matter where you're tuning in from out in the galaxy, thank you for watching. VC. Till next time, bye-bye.